Edwards, Ms. Megan Edwards, to be followed by Ms. Stephanie Vann.
Mayor Turner and City Council members, thank you for allowing me to speak. My name is Megan Edwards, and I am the mother to 3 African-American children. I'm here today to make it clear that the actions of removing the threat of removing funding for if the screening of vax were to continue is government overreach. It's abuse of power, and it's a violation of First Amendment rights of Houstonians. In 2013, Dr. Hooker received a call from a senior scientist at the CDC who led the agency's 2004 study on the MMR vaccine and its link to autism. The scientist, Dr. William Thompson, confessed that the CDC had omitted crucial data in their final report that revealed a causal relationship between the MMR vaccine and autism. This data was literally thrown in the trash by CDC researchers. Over several months, Dr. Hooker recorded the phone calls made to him by Dr. Thompson, who provided the confidential data destroyed by his colleagues at the CDC. Dr. Thompson's study showed that African-American boys receiving their first MMR vaccine before 36 months of age are 340% more likely to develop autism than those that receive the MMR after 36 months. But this information was deliberately hidden, thrown in the trash. In a country where the rate of autism is 1 in 68 and climbing, and since nearly 24% of Houston's population is African American, one would think that this would be of extreme concern for officials who are supposed to be protecting our children. According to the CDC's own research, the rate of autism in Black children is twice that of non-Black children. This is the content of the Vax documentary. I ask you to look around the room. The people that have just left this room, the people that you're hearing from today have nothing to gain from telling these stories and exposing the deceptions perpetrated by the CDC. Our goal is to save the lives of children in Houston. They are not just numbers to us. These are real issues that affect my children and the children of every American and every Houstonian. Yet because of it being contrary to the city's agenda, this information is deliberately being withheld from the citizens of Houston by threat of withdrawal of funds. You have not seen this film. I've just told you what it's about. The message that you've sent to the citizens of Houston is that you don't care about the lies and deceit that could harm our children, notably Black children. You have made it clear that your initiative to vaccinate Houston children comes before the actual safety of those vaccines and the risks posed to Houston children. To add insult to injury, your censorship of the film tells parents in Houston that you don't trust them enough to make their own decisions about the film, the CDC whistleblower, and the risks of vaccine injury to their children. You could be saving lives and empowering parents with knowledge, but you're choosing not to act. But it is not too late. You can do something about this. You can allow the film to be shown with maintaining city sponsorship, because it's about empowering parents to have knowledge.
Thank you. Your time has expired. Thank you.
President.
Very good presentation, Ms. Edwards. Let me correct a couple of things. African American children have the same nervous system as others. And so there's really, when you injure the nervous system with chemical assaults, it's dispersed in all children. They're very vulnerable. And if you have a compromised nervous system, going from 3 vaccines when I grew up to 100 required now, that is chemical assault on all nervous systems. The other thing I want to counter also is the mayor cares. He cares about this cause. You need to go deeper and find out that money runs a system, and that health care or disease care, since the last 1970s, it's about money. Drug companies make a lot of money off of this. My heart goes out to people that are injured.
Thank you. Councilman McGreen.
Yes, thank you for coming down. So the actual film commission or the sponsor of the event, the host of the event, could they still run the film?
Absolutely.
And so why have they chose not to run the film? I mean, the city and the county, we don't really have control over their decision to run the film?
According to their statement, they are not running the film because they were threatened with removal of funds from the city. They were threatened with removal of city sponsorship to the tune of $100,000.
Okay, so in other words, if they don't have city or county sponsorship, then they couldn't do the festival. Is that their position?
That is my assumption.
Okay, but so we don't know, because I would think that, you know, just because a sponsor pulls out doesn't mean that it kills a whole event. I mean, there are other sponsors out there. So, I mean, I'm just trying to get an understanding of the nuts and bolts of this thing, and you don't know. So, all right, thank you.
Councilman Lee.
Thank you, Mayor, and thank you for the presentation. It's unfortunate that the film festival wasn't shown, but, you know, as a physician, I always advocate for vaccination. And actually, the pediatrician in France that initially came out and wrote all the articles and the research that linked autism to vaccines actually was proven false. And
That was a case study, and
No,
he did not make that association.
he actually published numerous studies linking autism to vaccines, and the CDC, as well as major publication, actually came out and disproved that link. And he actually came out and admitted himself that he made it up, and
No,
he was
he did
discredited. And actually, you know, it's funny that the internet has a lot of stuff, and Dr. Google seems to know a lot of stuff, you know, but you always have to go to publication that are major publication, New England Journal of Medicine, JAMA,
I know how to read
et cetera,
studies,
et
sir.
cetera. And I'm not saying you don't, but I'm just saying that, you know, when we rely on information, those are the sources that we go to. And I just looked up on CDC, and I don't see that link on the CDC website at all. So, you know, again, the MMR outbreak that we saw in California a few months ago, last year, you know, that's a problem. You know,
Among vaccinated children.
I'm sorry, ma'am. I'm still my time. You understand that, you know, companies make a lot of money off of these vaccines. But you also have to look at prior to these vaccines and the number of deaths that came from people who didn't get vaccinated. You know, mumps, measles, and rubella are a big problem for worldwide. You know, so we're always trying to look for better ways to implement safer vaccines. You know, so vaccines is not an evil in itself.
No.
It's
Not
just,
in
you
and
know,
of
we
themselves.
need to find ways to do it in a better manner. Okay, so again, you know, I don't think it is the mayor's intention to say that we don't support or support vaccination. It just, you know, he made a decision, and then the event holder pulled out. You know, but I don't think there's anything that, you know, any of us taking a stand one way or the other will change that outcome.
I absolutely think that your stance would change the outcome.
And let me just say, because I do want to correct the record. The city sponsorship was not $100,000. The city was only sponsoring up to $17,000. So whatever that $100,000 figure came from is not correct. And
That came from the
what I'm indicating
festivals.
to you, the city was only sponsoring up to $17,000. So for to imply by you or the media that because the city decided not to be a sponsor, that we were the ones that prevent this film from being shown, I think it's a very vast exaggeration. Councilmember Lee, you're still in the queue. You finished. Thank you. Thank you very much, though.
Thank you.